All right, guys, let's give you an update. Whew. Yeah, well, here's here's where we're at. All right, so the door is not staying there, but that is the couch placeholder. So now this way I could kind of figure out the length of the couch. The couch is like 72, 75 inches. So I could put the two end tables on either side of the couch to see what it's going to look like. There will be a coffee table here in the middle. Oh boy, a lot of stuff that's got to be cleaned up. You've seen the 80s stuff shelf with extra bonus items added. All this has got to get cleaned up. All this, I don't think those stuffies are going to stay there. I just don't like the way they look. They're just jammed in there. And that's not going to work. So I don't know if those are going to stay there. I don't know if this stuff is going to sit there. I might move some stuff over. I don't know. Those are just finishing touches. No big deal. I'm using the window wells, which I kind of forgot about, for some lunch boxes. I don't have to pack them away. I will still be giving some away. And I'm doing the same over there for those. So here's carded wall. There's maybe 4 or 5 more things that have to go up. I have the whole length of this section still to put some carded stuff, and a few spots over there behind the steel cage. Look at my LJNs. They're in a pile for the first time since I was like 10. It's crazy because they're going here, but we'll talk about that later. G.I. Joe I showed you. All right, so the wrestling shelf. I like I like how I jammed everything up there. I've never done that before, and it really just looks like a wrestling vomit. Like everything is up there, and that's okay. That's all right. You know, back in the day, I would want to see the entire Sling 'em Fling 'em ring box. I would want to see the entire steel caged AWA playset that's back there peeking its head out, but like I said, what I'm doing should bring me more joy than seeing that. But I still think it looks good. This shelf is done. I got the bendies in there. I can't showcase the bendies. I don't know how to stand them without taking up too much. So they're all in the cage. I got some Coliseums there. Got the San Francisco toy makers in there. A couple of board games, trinkets, doodads, and whatnots. I like the glasses like that. The glasses have never really been proudly shown off. Second part of the shelf, top is done. AWAs I like. I got the staircase, display there for the AWAs. I'm happy with those. I got the, the expensive Matt Mania series on their own. Added Thunder Lips to the pile. And then we got, that bottom shelf. I took John Hawk or Lincoln Hawk or whatever his name is from Over the Top, the Stallone figure. Took him out of the box, put him next to the other 16 inchers. Got that wrestling case behind. So that's a clear shelf. I got to do something with it. Same with over here, another clear shelf. Galoobs are proudly displayed. Thumb wrestlers are up there. So that's the wrestling section with 2 blank shelves that I will need to use. It is, again, very much a work in progress. Those totes, these totes are going to go. They cannot go in here. This has turned out to be really impossible to organize. You have not seen this before, I don't think. But this is this is all I got back here. It's the tiny little unfinished part of the basement. And it ain't easy to get anything back here, especially with the sump pump here. I got to clean this out. Like, this is probably even dangerous in case that, a flood or something like that. But here's, this is, and then Board Game Alley has been moved to here. And that's all. I just can't do anything with this. So we'll hang the curtain. There's nothing really more I can put in here. So those totes there are going to go in the crawl space. We have a crawl space way back in here. There. I have a crawl space there. So I'll be putting those totes in the crawl space. I'll be hanging a curtain. I'm going to use the Rambo. I'm going to have that made into a curtain, and that is going to hang in that doorway. So that'll look cool. I've got the curtain rod for it. I just need to get the curtain, I think I'm going to use fabric glue and just make the curtain myself. Just put a loop in it and put the curtain rod through. So these buckets will be gone tomorrow. And then I'm probably going to start paneling the wall. I mean, I think that's like the next step. And then I want to get this totally organized. Those little wooden shelves, those are going to go back in my garage, just spare wood. Yeah, I only need one VCR, so that VCR is not the one I'm going to use. That VCR is the one that was hooked up to the little TV. And so I have to get all this organized and maybe use that final shelf to get stuff up. Whoever asked for Silverhawks lunch pal, you can see how fast I ship. Don't worry, it'll come. Yeah, I'm so, I'm still really like discouraged, and I can't see the end. I think once these tubs come out, I can start seeing the end, maybe. I don't know. Like look at all this stuff. Like that's all living room stuff. So the Atari goes on the coffee table. The VCR goes on the TV. These are the wrestling DVDs that I've watched so far. I just have to get a plastic tub to put those in. This is all just, the hats go on the door. So like all this, it's got a place to go. It's just overwhelming to see it all on the floor. Shelf brackets. This is like a Michael Jackson Pepsi thing that I would keep out, but now, since like I'm fighting for room, that goes in the that's getting stored. I can't put it up. I just I need all the space I can. There's not a lot more stuff that's actually going to get. Look at that. I'm going to utilize that WWF sign somehow when I'm doing the LJNs, but look at that gross pile. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, so the phone is part of the living room. The VCR rewinder goes on the TV. All those frames of bags get hung. This is obviously an end table that just needs to be cleaned off. And the other end table and the lampshade needs to be fixed. I don't even like that lamp anymore. I think I'm going to be done with that lamp. I don't like it. And I found some brass ones today at Goodwill that I think are 80s-ish. So I might get those. So, yeah. Ooh. We're doing it, but it's not easy, guys. This has been crazy. And you know what's weird? My collection looks tiny. My collection looks so small. Like, this is my collection. This is my collection that was like spread out throughout the entire room. And that. Right? So that's my collection. If I was not doing a living room, I would have all of this space. That's like 7 bookshelves. I could start my collection tomorrow and fill up 7 more bookshelves if I wanted to just start buying stuff again. But I don't want to. I want this paneled, and I want the living room. I've got a neat little rug idea that's going to capture some 80s. I'm going to put some of the stuffies on the couch, some of them sitting on the floor next to the couch. But like I said, this is the way, this is why I'm doing this, to have this set so I can lay here and I can watch, all of this stuff and just have fun down here with you guys on the set. So we'll still do it. Worst case scenario, if I have stuff that I need to display, I can put shelves up, behind the couch. Yeah, there'll be, my framed bags, but I'll still have room if I want to throw up a shelf on the wall. That's going to be all LJNs, and that'll be fun, and we'll figure out how. But and really, I'm not losing much when I say I'm putting stuff away. Like, I put away a lot of the plushie shelf. Like, you know, like, this does not define the collection. You know, this stuff, this was all my wife's anyway. I don't play any Zapper games, so, you know, the stuff that I'm putting away is not, you know, make or break. It's not life-changing. Like, this is not life-changing stuff that has to go away. Well, that can't go away. That's Ric Flair. He needs to stay out. But this stuff, you know, this stuff isn't changing my life if I put it away. You know, so it's okay. Oh, God. Those are Christmas presents that ended up becoming birthday presents, so I got to figure out where to put those. Yeah, I got some cleanup to do. So that's the update. Tomorrow I'm going to put away those tubs, and I'm going to I think well, tomorrow I'm going to put away the tubs, and I'm going to work on this television section here and get this cleaned up. And I might start really brainstorming the LJN display. That might be next. That might be coming next, because I got to get those off the floor, because they're just in a mess pile there. I ate those off the floor. At some point in the future, before the couch comes in, this will be completely set up. The door will be gone. The end tables will be set up. The coffee table will be in the middle. The rug will be in that I wanted. All of this stuff will be gone. This room will be vacuumed, and it will be cleaned. The curtain will be up. This will all be done, and we are simply just going to wait for the couch at that point. Paneling will be done. Wall hangings will be up. LJNs will be done. You know, once you see the video that of me vacuuming, you're going to know that we did it. But we're getting there. We are getting there. All right, we'll see you again soon.